Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the Bold Widow, which is closely intertwined with Klebold Threads. We just started this summer and we're about to do our second launch. And so kind of the whole point of this is getting to know people whose stories are out of the normal or who've been through shit creek and are still trudging through. Because I feel like there's a lot of us that don't have people to relate to and talk to, or other stories that we can, you know, feel that connection with. I myself was widowed at technically 24, and other young widows were considered 40. And so I decided then that I was going to start a community, and this is where we're at right now. So, hi. Hi. So this is Shelly Evans, and she is our second survivor. Sorry, my saran wrap's showing. So yeah, tell us who you are and kind of what's bringing you here. You know, you can talk to me.
Okay, I am Shelly Evans, aka Lovey.
Lovey. Yes.
And I'm here because I'm a survivor.
Yes. What have you survived?
Oh, well, in 2015, at 40 years old, found out 2 days after my oldest daughter moved out of the house, found out I'm pregnant.
Surprise. Not trying.
No, my other kids were 14, 17, 18. Surprise! We were happy. It was a great surprise. Best surprise of my life, for sure.
Really?
Hands down. Yeah.
I feel like it would terrify me.
Well, I was terrified to tell everybody.
Well, yeah. I was too at 24, so. Oh my god, I'm
felt
17.
like a teen pregnancy or something. Oh my gosh.
What have I done?
Yeah, they're gonna know I had sex. Anyway.
Yeah, 3 kids didn't tell them that.
But
the fourth one.
But the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one's gonna tell them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we were very happy, excited, for about, I think I found out in about 6 weeks. 11 weeks into the pregnancy. So just 5 weeks of happy. At 11 weeks into the pregnancy, found out my little guy had trisomy 18, chromosomal problem. And I'm a NICU nurse. So I know all about trisomy 18. I've taken care of those babies.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not good.
So you kind of knew what was coming.
Absolutely knew. And I, did a little more research. Found out boys do worse than girls, and this was a boy.
Of course.
Yeah, so the night of August 10th, I think it was, my doctor calls 7 o'clock at night saying, baby's a boy and he has trisomy 18. And everything just kind of started falling apart. 2 days later, we closed on the house we bought, thinking we're going to have a little one, and it had a swimming pool, and thinking this is great. Old people with a toddler are going to need something to wear this kid out.
Right.
Yeah, swimming pool, great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What kid doesn't want a pool?
Yeah. So we found out that, and my husband did not believe anything was wrong, but in my heart, I knew. The very first sonogram we went to, the night before we had it, I dreamed he had no heartbeat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I just think that was kind of God's way of letting me know that, deep down, not on the surface, because I would have freaked out.
Yes.
But deep down, that something wasn't right. So, at 20-week sonogram on October 15th, which is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Day.
Naturally,
we find out all of his problems, and they were severe. And even at that point, my husband didn't believe. No, but I'm like, the proof's right there.
Right.
Because I actually told the sonogram tech what I thought one of the deformities was. She's not allowed to say, but I saw it because I'd been researching.
So why can't they say?
Because the doctor has to tell you.
Oh, the nurse can't.
Sonogram techs.
She's not even a nurse.
Yeah, so she couldn't tell me anything, but I saw it. I saw it's called omphalocele, where his intestines, his stomach, liver, abdomen, all of his abdominal contents are in a sac outside the body. Well, when that happens, the lungs don't have a base to grow against. So his lungs didn't grow.
Oh. So they can't grow without that pressure.
With the liver outside of the body, or no liver, the lungs won't grow. It's very interesting.
That is interesting.
As a NICU nurse. As a mom, it really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So found that out and realized things were pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I carried him to 36 weeks. We induced at 36 weeks. And he was born alive, lived for 2 hours.
And did y'all think that he was going to be alive? Like, is that
No,
normal
it was-
with that?
90% don't make it out alive. And he survived vaginal delivery.
Wow.
Yeah. Got here alive. That was the one thing I prayed, is that I would get a live birth.
Just give me a minute with
Yeah,
him.
just give me a minute. But why didn't I pray for longer? I'm kind of like, man, I should have asked for a couple years.
Done it, right?
It wouldn't have been long enough. So.
Are there children that are born with that do live?
Yeah.
Or?
Actually, there's a story we followed for several years about a little girl with trisomy 18. Senator Rick Santorum,
Mm-hmm.
he has a little girl. She just turned 11. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. She's a girl. Girls
Mhm.
don't have quite as severe problems,
Right.
but typically they don't live past 2 years for sure. But our little guy didn't live past 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, not fun. So as a NICU nurse, because you did that before, you were doing that before you got pregnant,
Yeah. I've done that for years.
and you're still able to do it.
Newborns. Oh, I love them. Yeah, I do it. Some days are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you work in the hospital you delivered in.
Yes, I do. I pass by the room every time I go to work.
Yeah.
Multiple times. I go to deliveries in that room
Right. With
Yeah.
all of it.
with all of it. But yeah.
I could at least change the painting on the wall or
Nope.
something.
They didn't change a thing.
Yuck.
Not a thing.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's pretty yucky.
Yeah.
But
What is it? Just the babies that make it?
The babies make it
motivation.
bearable. Yeah, they make it. It's okay. I love babies.
Yeah.
And there was a point in my grief the first few months or so where I felt like God said, I knew this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I put this love of these babies in your heart, because they will be a comfort to you
Mm-hmm.
when you had to say goodbye to yours.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can hang on to that.
Right.
Sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we met in the nursery at church.
Yes.
Because I wasn't able to let anyone
Yes.
hold my kid.
Yes.
Um,
You're a sweet little boy that I
Oh,
fell in love with.
my little chunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I oversee the nursery at church. My husband's the pastor.
All the babies.
All the babies everywhere.
All the babies.
Love babies.
It's good. Somebody needs to.
Somebody needs to love the babies.
That's what me, so I like send him home. I like mine. He's alright.
He's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you're almost 3 years out.
Yeah. February 3rd, 3
Yeah.
years.
It's a big number.
Yeah.
3. It's a weird.
It's a weird number.
It's a weird
why?
number.
I don't know why it's weird,
I don't know. It's
but I feel it.
yeah.
It's heavy.
It's a heavy number.
Not okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not okay. Like, how did I do this for 3 years?
How did it go that fast?
Yeah, how did it go that fast?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're getting further away, and I don't know.
Mhm.
People tend to not know it hurts this bad still.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
'cause it still does.
for parents who are new into their bereavement, what would you say on does it get better?
I would say the pain that comes does not get better, but the frequency those pains come does decrease.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If you look at it like waves, the waves are just as high as
Mhm.
ever, but the waves are fewer and further between.
Yeah.
So there's that. But
Mhm.
as far as hurt any less, no.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. No. Sometimes I still will go a week where I just find myself kind of holding my breath
Mm-hmm.
because it hurts to
Mhm.
breathe. Literally, physically hurts to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that pain existed.
With you finding out while still pregnant, you've honestly grieved this child for
for a
longer
long time.
than
Yes, because I was grieving before he even got here.
Mhm.
For
Yeah,
sure.
you knew that you couldn't
Yeah.
get the stuff that you do to have a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to shop.
Yeah.
That part I still hate.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead burn it.
The only Christmas we got, it was Christmas Day 2015. I was at work. pulling little babies, saving little babies. And the people I was working with were just having this terrible day. One of them's daughter moved out, and somebody else had something else going on, and nobody wanted to be there. And I just remember, and this is just a memory I will always have, I just said to him, I have a dying baby in my uterus. Pull it together. You know, I didn't have much compassion for them. I hate that, but that was my memory. That was my memory. I've got a dying baby in my uterus on Christmas Day in the hospital.
Yeah, and at that point you're pretty pregnant. Like you're
about 30 weeks.
You're like, you know,
there.
Baby belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 30 weeks pregnant.
Yeah. Another
situation at the hospital was when a surgeon, the pediatric surgeon that does all our little baby surgeries, she would have fixed Nathan's problems if he had been a candidate for that.
Right.
She was not. But we were in the NICU one day, and my nurse friends, my great nurse NICU friends that have got me through all of this,
right,
don't know what I'd do without them. They wanted to talk to her about it, and so we started talking, and she said, I'm 32 plus weeks pregnant, out to here, pregnant with my dying baby that I love more than life itself.
Right.
And she said, well, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. And she said, well, why didn't you just abort? In that room, I don't think I've ever heard it that quiet, because nobody knew what to say, because it was like a slap. Such a slap in the face. Yeah. I still have problems with her.
Yeah.
It's hard to
that's not a question
forgive
that you ask.
No. And I was pushed, and that week we found out, at 11 weeks, how sick he was. I was sent to a specialist here in town. And no less than 4 times they pushed for termination, and didn't just say this is an option. They were like, well, why don't you?
Wow.
This is what you need to do. Well, if you don't want to do it now, you can still do it later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, that's not... I guess that leads into one of my questions as, like, triggers. And... like, I know personally one of my main triggers is people's words. And it's usually when they're trying to be compassionate and that it goes so far the other way. That's, I know, one of my big... it brings the wave.
Bring the wave.
Yeah. Where do you feel that your triggers...
Mine are not with people. Mostly. Maybe occasionally with people, but mostly mine are situations. There's one video we have when Nathan was born, and I know from that video, there's a point in it and I hear this alarm go off, and it's the warmer that he was on turning off. It just makes this distinct noise. I don't know how else to put it. It's just a little alarm that goes off.
Right.
I know at that point he's not okay, and they're handing to me because they can't.
It's like the official.
It's official, and I knew he wasn't okay, but that was the official. He's not okay. And so I hear that noise a lot.
Yeah, you work with that machine.
That is it's less of a trigger now, but it's still, some days, it's the biggest trigger of all. So weird. Sometimes we have little babies with club feet, and I just love them because my little guy had the cutest little club feet ever. Redheaded babies. Those are triggers.
Because those are both very not average thing, you know,
common.
Especially like redheaded babies.
Yeah.
You have 2 redheaded babies. And little club feet.
Special. And then the other big trigger, I don't really get out just a whole lot, because there's triggers. I could go to Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and Target by myself, and then that's about the extent of my outings, because I go other places and I'm drawn to go look for little clothes. And sometimes I wind up buying little clothes, as you know. And I just wind up crying in the store every time.
Yeah.
Baby clothes. Not baby clothes now, it's more toddler, because now I see him as a toddler.
Toddler.
Not all people that have lost babies are that way. Some of them continue seeing them as little.
Because a lot of people do the real birth babies, and they kind of put that into and they're able to keep them alive, but in infant form.
Nathan's not an infant to me. He's like almost 3, so I see him
at 3.
Like I see your guy that's
Mhm.
almost 3.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh my gosh. Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I see a 3-year-old redheaded boy, all bets are off.
Right.
Well, I saw one actually at the doctor's office where I'm working.
Of course.
Yeah, and it was a bad day for whatever reason. I know there was smoothie on my ceiling at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a rough morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to work, and a couple hours in, after I got griped out by the doctor for a couple of things that I don't really know. I don't even remember the situation. But then comes this little 3-year-old redheaded boy.
Little ginger.
Yes. Just, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cried. I actually cried, and I don't normally cry
Mm-hmm.
in public.
Right. Save it.
I try to save it. Put it off.
Mm-hmm.
Not that day.
No.
That you can't.
Mm-mm. No.
That's what it is.
Some days. So, with, like we said, you have another little redhead. So you have 3 kiddos.
Yes.
So you had to take care of you and tell your 3 kids that, 1, I'm 40 and pregnant, and then we're not gonna bring this baby home.
Baby. And honestly, the first conversation I remember having, Hunter had a big room that we converted back to a bedroom. The sunroom was his bedroom for a while, and I remember telling him, if we wind up bringing a baby home, he's gonna need to share this space with you, and there could be a lot of equipment, and I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
That was before we knew all the big problems that he had. So I was trying to prepare them,
Mm-hmm.
There might be equipment in here for a very sick baby.
Right.
I had no idea.
Right.
Didn't know, is he even going to be alive next week in my tummy?
Right.
I don't know. A lot of unknown.
Yeah.
But you still find a way to grieve.
Yeah. Each day is kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do today?
Well, yeah. And until I felt him move, I was going to the doctor every week just to be sure.
Check
He
in
was
on
still
him.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Because he was so teensy, but you were still
Yeah.
able to feel. I had a whale in my
giant.
stomach, so I definitely felt everything. But Nathan
Yeah.
was so tiny, but you still got to feel him.
Yeah, he didn't move like my other kids. He was obviously very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was just his size or his problems,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember the other things, he never got the hiccups, not once, and my other 3 kids did. It was just a weird, different, very different
I was having
pregnancy.
every day.
I can just
every day.
picture your...
And it would, and I never did anything in my mom's stomach. Never.
You didn't.
She never felt a single,
Wow.
not move, not a kick, nothing. And so after, William passed,
Yeah.
she would lay in this bed with me and she would hold my stomach and she was just
She-
baffled. Like, this is what pregnancy is
I
supposed
bet
to be
she
like?
loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't get the hiccups, and sometimes I wonder, is it because his lungs didn't grow? So
Mhm.
there was no real
Indigestion type?
the diaphragm. I don't know. The nurse in me is always trying to
Figure.
figure it out.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no answers, but
No. Not until we get up there, and then we won't care. We'll just be
it won't
happy.
even matter.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so can you tell me more about Nathan's condition?
Yeah.
What? Because
It was trisomy 18, also called Edwards syndrome. It's a chromosomal problem. Down syndrome is trisomy 21.
see, that's when I think chromosome.
Yeah, it's
It goes Down
closely
syndrome.
related. So trisomy 21 is Down syndrome, and there is an extra chromosome on the 21st. We all have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Down syndrome is an extra on the 21st. Edwards syndrome, which is what Nathan had, was on the 18th chromosome, also trisomy 18. It's more commonly known as trisomy 18. So he had an extra chromosome on every cell of his body.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, just had that little extra part.
And so did that contribute to like the
All
club
the
feet
things.
and all of the
All the things, all the birth defects
Go
are
off
because of the extra
that.
chromosome. Those chromosomes are
boogers?
yeah.
So
they're boogers.
does it usually run like in pregnancies of women of older age?
Yes,
Or is it
it's more common in a geriatric pregnancy, which is
40 is geriatric?
No, 35 is geriatric.
And then for me, 40's young. 40's a
Yeah.
young widow in a geriatric pregnancy.
There you go.
No wonder women are so screwed
No
up.
wonder. It's just no wonder. Yeah, so geriatric pregnancy, which does increase the chances of that a lot. But it can happen in your 20s. It's
just a chromosome
just
thing.
one of those things. I'd say one bad egg spoiled the bunch.
Right? Right?
Because it's usually the woman that contributes that part.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very
I guess
rarely
in
the
the
man.
aging, because men can sire for
Ever.
men.
Yep.
Men. That's not what I want. So do you have advice for family or friends of someone who is dealing with like the loss of a child or the pregnancy of an ill child?
There's lots of things I could say. The biggest, I would say, are you talking to family people?
Mm-hmm.
Like
family,
not the individual,
like the support system.
The support system. I would say their name and say it often, because that's
let it be alive.
Yes. Some people are just so scared to say because they think that's going to make me sad. Well, guess what?
I'm already sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm already thinking about him because I told my therapist, I said, they were asking, is he always on your mind? I'm like, well, as much as my other 3 kids are on my mind. Mm-hmm. But as a mom, that's like always. Yeah. They don't really leave. Mm-mm. They're always there. Mm-hmm. And he's always there. Mm-hmm. Even though I don't have to worry about him, I still wonder what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I still wonder all the things. What does he look like? What's he doing up there?
Right.
So don't be afraid to say the name because I'm already thinking of him anyway.
Right. Yeah, don't say everyone's here because everyone's not here.
Everybody, it's never going to be everybody's here. Mm-mm. There's somebody missing, and I feel like sometimes people want to just
sweep it under the
rug. Yeah, act like everybody's here. We're all happy. Let's get a picture. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no. It's just I scream inside of me. On the outside, I'm okay. Let's take a picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on the inside, I don't want another picture.
Yeah. I don't want another picture without my kiddo.
No, I do not.
Yeah. But your kids usually take family pictures, and they use pictures of Nathan. Does that help some?
Yeah, that makes all the difference. If there's, it doesn't even have to be a picture of him. Maybe just like I saw some mom on Facebook that I'm friends with. I don't know her, but she lost a child, and they have the letter of the kid in their pictures. Like it's the letter E. So just something that acknowledges that that he's missing.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes it just, even to myself, feels like, did that really even happen? Mm-hmm. Because he was here and then he was gone, and sometimes it, even to me, feels like a dream, and I need to be. It doesn't make any sense. That sounds like double talk because I hurt every day for him.
Right.
But then sometimes it does seem like, well, did that really happen? Because it's just surreal. Surreal. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the grieving of, I think, your child and your spouse, because you're not supposed to lose them. Yeah. You know, the day I lose my mother is going to be awful, but there's a natural progression of life that we kind of know from a young age. Yeah, and that's not it.
And you don't expect to lose your spouse at 24 years old, or to bury your child,
or to bury your baby. Yeah, you shouldn't have to buy a tiny casket.
No. Oh, but on the bright side, the casket was free.
Oh. Yay.
Woo!
Love that. Well, they are expensive, but that doesn't make things better. You're like, that's, Yeah. But people always look for whatever silver lining they can throw on something.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't help.
No, it did not help a whole lot. Mm-mm. I was at the funeral home, 25 hours after Nathan was born, planning a funeral.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and it's a long process doing.
It was a long process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially my age, but I think even like in your age bracket, don't know what goes into planning a funeral.
Yeah, no, we had no idea.
It was more difficult and more expensive than my wedding.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Mine, I mean, they gave several discounts because he was an infant.
Right.
They did most of the stuff for free. And then I had a really sweet sister and brother-in-law that went and wrote a check that covered the rest of it. So we didn't have to worry about any of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
huge blessing.
Yeah.
Because it was enough just to
just to
be
do
there.
it.
Yes.
Not to mention if you had to be making payments or something. And
yeah,
on
yeah,
it
no, we
still.
didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I had all the songs picked out about 2 months before because I was, instead of nesting, that was kind of my nesting. Yeah, planning funeral song.
Right.
Yeah, it was sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really sad.
During the holidays.
Oh yeah, because he was born February 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like people aren't able to understand like the waves and when they come? That like when you're good, you should just be good, you know?
Yeah.
Is that something you feel?
I think they're good when I'm good. I think it's more they are not good when I'm not good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a lot of judgment, maybe, to be okay. Come on, it's been almost 3 years.
Right.
You should be okay.
Right.
I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I want to be okay, and I'm working on it, but God, it still hurts like yesterday.
Yeah, it's every day.
Yeah, so I don't feel the pressure to, stay sad or, I don't know. I just think everybody wants to be okay. Wants the old Shelly back cool. That can't happen.
Yeah,
she's gone.
Yeah, she has a new face.
Yeah, it's almost like I have a whole new DNA. I know that that's not possible, but it's what it feels like.
Changed
like,
your...
So
I have a couple more questions. So when you are trudging through the uglier times, what is there a place you go? Is there a thing you can do? Is there a person you turn to? Or where do you go for comfort?
Mostly I go inside. I withdraw. I want to be alone, which is not really the best way to handle it.
Right.
But it's just so dark, and I don't want to take anybody with me.
Right. You don't want to, if they're not sad, you don't want to make them sad.
Yeah. Especially, my husband would be, he doesn't like to get there.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to go there almost ever.
Right. He wants to stay on the highway that's...
Everything's okay, and we'll see him again, and God is good God, and I believe that. I know that. But those dark
knowing
days
and feeling
still happen.
Yeah.
And they are dark.
Yeah.
They're dark, and I withdraw, but I'm so lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You withdraw, but you're lonely.
Right.
Well, don't withdraw. Well, I wouldn't if I didn't have to. Or
that's where I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a friend named Wendy. She's been probably the best one that I can text all the time, and
let you hurt.
Yeah, and not feel like she's sick of hearing about it. And my sister Kelly, I could talk to her a lot too.
Kelly's a gem.
Yeah, she misses him a lot too, and she's not scared to bring him up because she knows that I think about him all the time. So, but I don't want anybody to really worry about me. So I try to keep that when it's really dark and really bad. It's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Just me. I don't want to take anybody there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not invited. Go away.
Let me hang out in my bed.
Yeah. Or get in my car or something.
Yeah. I go to NCIS. Or TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did a shirt that says I am fine.
I'm fine.
And on the
so me.
back it says I'm fine, and then it says I'm not fine, I just don't want you to worry, which is exactly what we just talked about. And then we have Nathan's little feet on the sleeve.
His little feet.
It'll be on each and every one of them.
I can't believe you surprised me like that. Oh my god.
Had to. Oh no, you're good.
Tattoo.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh my gosh.
So, do you know who you want the little tootsies? It's the exact one that's on your foot.
I figured my little tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I stole it and made it happen.
These little feet made me so happy.
Those
His
little club
feet were, I mean, it doesn't make sense that that I have a favorite birth defect, but to any other NICU nurse it would make sense. So
Right.
club feet, that was always my thing. And then look, club feet.
So cute.
Yeah.
He was such a little ginger.
They're actual size too.
Good.
It makes me so happy.
Good.
Okay, who would it go to? I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking CareNet. Crisis
a good
Pregnancy
company.
Center. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Okay.
I really like what they do. They do some good work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like the sincere ones.
Yeah. The real ones.
Real ones. It's hard anymore. Charities.
It's hard.
There's a lot of frauds.
A lot of frauds. A lot of not doing a whole lot of good kind of things. But I don't think CareNet's like that. I
Yeah,
trust them. I trust that they're yeah.
Sweet.
They've got good ministry.
Well, is there anything else that you want to say to just anyone watching?
No. I can't think of anything else to say.
Just be kind.
Be kind. Let people cry. Let people feel. Say their names.
Sweet. Okay. I will close this out. Okay. Oh, temperature low. I will close this out later. The temperature high. Allow.